There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to break.
57, Mike 57. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Check three. Shoot!
Go! Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the pass.
General West. Hey, orbit.
50. Go.
From the gun, Costello. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
3 down.
Operating from the gun, Costello. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Saints, first down.
Down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Brace on travel. Hey, let go. Fair.
Back to throw. Costello. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. A killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal
No, hey, exit.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. I got you, son.
Go.
You're all right, baby.
From the gun, Costello. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they...
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Austin Eckler taking it in as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
88.
A first carry now for Alex Collins. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Bravo.
56, the mic, boy. 56. Check 56. I know he ain't got it. Watch that. Watch the ass.
Check 30.
On play action, it's Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check.
On first down, Rodgers looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there, Rodgers to Adams, and even 40 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
That's going to be a long day. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Yeah. You don't want none. Jim.
Easy.
Now it's Rodgers. Escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
5.
56, right there. 56. Let's go, D. Let's go. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Big Dan,
Throwing now is Rodgers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Robert Kimdichie, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They started on the ground with Eckler. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, wahoo!
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Let's go. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Focus, defense, focus.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Check pass, check pass. 57 to Mike. 57.
Team Griffin.
Looking to throw. Costello. And going deep for Hill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to, and I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
47's the Mike. 47's the Mike. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. 47's the Mike, boy. 47. Check, 47. Blue down. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Now Rodgers.
Check. Lucky.
Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check right.
First and 10.
Over. Hey, 88. Hey, Alpha.
Now Rodgers. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
30.
He's checking crack.
50.
27 Mike. Mike 27. We don't want this. 47's the Mike.
Rodgers now to throw. It's caught. Stills right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Saints 42-yard line.
258.
Mike 58, right there.
Get 300. Get 300.
Wide, get wide. 58, boys, 58. 58, Mike. I'm here all day.
Check.
Tight dog.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. From midfield, here's Rodgers. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. And they come up here now, first down. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Set 50, plant. Get it.
To throw on 2nd down. Costello. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Ready. Who draw Corker? Shoot.
Running on first down, Eckler. The tackle made by Blake Martinez. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go.
2nd and 6. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Open man is Michael Thomas. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 37.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Hey, high 7. Hey, lock it. X3, 218.
On first down, Costello. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there at 22. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check three.
Come on. Hey, zoom.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 14 seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on first down. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Go. Hey, Charlie.
57's right. Hey, pick it up, defense.
General West.
57's the mic.
Ready?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello looking long for Thomas. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Thomas the intended target. And it's 3rd and 4. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
50. Here we go.
Snap.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. 47's the mic, boy. 47. Check, 47.
From the 30 on second down, Rodgers. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
I'm coming after you.
Hey, Foxtrot.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
At the 44-yard line.
Let's go, D.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Eli Harold. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check 26, check 26. Roll me!
Now Rodgers. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
That's another Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw again. And that is incomplete here. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Von Bell. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
To throw on 2nd down. Costello. Flush to his right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Back to throw. Costello. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by Collins. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
258. Inside. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Switch. He's coming. We got double up. Switch it.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And Stills over the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Hey, 88.
Slam. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Get that quarterback at all costs.
Hey, take 26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Go.
Oh, here we go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Rodgers now to throw on third down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Spy!
I smell fear in that offense. I smell
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints will have the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. On the ground, it's Eckler. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Ready?
52, 152. Man out. Check.
Looking to throw. Costello. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20.
Shut out, Lynn. I got you, boy. Deuce.
Chopper! Lynn. Hey, wahoo!
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. On the left side, this is Stills. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Jump out!
Check 56. Ain't no such thing as a look.
Here's Rodgers. This is caught. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Trying to punch it in with Collins. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Costello. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Kenny Stills, 29 yards, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. And this is caught. And they've got the lead here in the fourth. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The tackle made by Landon Roberts. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's put that team on the clock. 52's the mark, boys. 52. Rabbit. Mike 50.
Operating from the gun. Costello. That's out to Hill, right side complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
On the set.
57 to Mike.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Costello. He is going to find Hill here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. This quarterback now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. It's Eckler again. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Check 15. Check 15.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And it's good! And on opening weekend, a field goal to win it as time expires. And Bourbon Street, it'll be alive tonight. The Saints have won it. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for New Orleans, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaunt.